All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EKU Esports. I'm Alan, and this is my good friend right here, buddy.
Yes, I'm Kole.
And we have not casted together all this year, so I'm excited to see what we get up to. But we are streaming today EKU White R6. We are unfortunately not able to stream EKU Maroon today, but EKU White, they're having a very solid start to the season as they're up 4-0 in the ECAC.
They are indeed. I did see a couple great plays by them overall through this whole ECAC week. All throughout the season, they've been phenomenal. So coming off of a 4-0 record, I believe.
Yes.
Let's hope they stay strong. Get that. We're approaching the final weeks here until playoffs, and hopefully we can pull through this and make playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, truly the semester has just flown straight by as these teams that continue to push towards the playoff weekend. But I'm excited to see what we get up to here. The roster for EKU White's going to be Serpent, K-Bomb, U-Groove, Kiwi, and Infect. So I'm excited to see what they get up to. Talk to me a little bit. I believe we will be seeing us start off on Night Haven Labs. Talk to me a little bit about the map.
So the map itself is kind of, it's kind of a little confusing at first. I played Siege at the very beginning. There wasn't really a lot of operators there. And then I got back into Siege whenever Ace was added, which was a while ago. I play it here and there. Definitely some great picks are probably going to be seen here. A lot of breachers are going to be probably played. If I remember correctly, the lab there's certain walls you have to reinforce just to protect bomb site, right? So you probably just need to hold down as best you can with the reinforcements and just hope that the breachers don't breach the right walls, essentially. So it's going to be a really, really fun opportunity to see how White actually overcomes this team. I believe it's CU University. So we don't know their play style. We're going to probably see how they play. So
Yes, indeed. And, just talk to me a little bit about bans, operator bans. What are the usual right now in the meta? What could we see specifically for Night Haven?
It really depends how everybody's going to probably play it. Overall, I've seen Monty, one of the shield operators, because shields are very annoying in Siege. Fenrir is also a very annoying pick. When you have that smoke that pretty much blinds you for as long as you're inside the area. There's a couple off picks that people might hit, just because they don't want to deal with them. I've seen people ban, Sledge, Mute, even Legion. Legion mines are kind of very annoying if you have the right place. It really also depends on how we're going to play as well, because we could play really aggressive at the start and then just ease our way back. So it really, we might ban Capcan, Chapter. So we can see how EKU plays this.
Yeah, for sure. And talk to me a little bit about gun meta right now. What are operators often get picked because of the guns that they're able to use. What are some of the best guns to be using right now?
For sure. Definitely one of the SMGs. At this whole season's probably SMG meta. Just spray and pray, hopefully get picks and then back off. You really want to take a fight if you can win. If the Siege is always just one shot, one kill. If you get a headshot, you're dead. But really that chip damage is what's really mattered, right? So like all the explosives going to do chip, C4s, Legion mines, like all of this to weaken you. So you can't really focus on like full on 1v1s where you'd rather have 1v2s or 1v3s. Yeah. So that's going to be a big thing. Shotguns are also going to be really annoying. They can do rotation holes really easily. In some maps, like you can shoot partial walls, have a little walkway you can go through. That's easy passage. So I'm definitely excited to see what the team's going to pick today. It's really free range. ARs are kind of falling off here and there, right? So everybody's probably using SMG shotguns.
All right. Very good, very good. And just kind of elaborating on the strategic side of things, when we watch EKU Maroon, they play a very patient play style. They don't over challenge on defense. They kind of just hold their own, have their setups. And on offense, they're very thorough. They like to work from top all the way down through all the floors to whichever site they are on. I was just kind of wondering, what do you think we can expect from EKU White going into map number 1?
Probably going to be the same strategy. The way I would assume that they might do is the same method, top to bottom. It's going to be, that's a really effective way to clear floors, right? So if the team's all bottom side, then you can just run back up and be safe, right? No team should come out. And we do see a montage ban, which is, like I called it, a shield operator is very annoying. Let's see EKU's EKU's first pick is going to be Ying.
All right.
Do you know what the Ying's mind do, Alan?
Yes, I do. All those flashes, they go
do.
absolutely crazy. I know a little bit about Siege. I played way back when. I think I stopped playing when Yana came out. That's when I stopped playing. So.
Indeed.
I know a little bit. Cade ban. I have not seen a Cade ban in a while.
This is really interesting. Cade is a little bit of a wild card here. I was expecting Fenrir, honestly. And a Valkyrie ban.
Yeah, so Fenrir will be in, as well as Mira. Mira is not usually one that I see too often either.
No.
So?
But with Mira's, ability to get a little get a little insight to that wall, if you reinforce it, it's really good to pressure that.
EKU, they will be on the defense here. Bandit, a zombie, 2 morale as well. Mostly looking like a bit of a denial setup here as we have the 2 morale on the bandit to deny the hard breach, and then the zombie can make obviously her own soft cover.
Attackers need to locate
Now we
and
do
defuse
see
bombs.
Warden and Solus. Solus is a great pick for this. Solus's ability is to really see electronics, kind of like IQ, right? Warden's overall is probably a really strong team. And we do see a lot of SMGs, as I was saying, SMG shotgun. This is a great thing.
And looking at the side for the G Panthers, obviously we have a couple of hard breachers here in Hibana and Thermite. Ash, IQ, and Buck as
Seconds left
well.
before insertion.
To me, Buck's like an odd pick. You kind of
5
work
seconds remaining.
directly with the shotgun under barrel. So talk to me about how you would approach this if you were Panthers.
Probably to have something where you go to the bottom first and push up the stairs. Buck is a really close range fighter, even though he does have an AR. But that shotgun underbarrel is a really powerful tool. As we just see right here, we're going to see maybe a pick.
And there's that chip damage you were talking about, K-Bomb in the gunfight with Titan.
And we do see a yellow ping comes out. Yellow pings are actually very important in Siege.
Just don't red ping is always the thing that I was taught.
Yes.
Drone coming in, don't get destroyed. This K-Bomb's gonna try to hold the fort. One person will jump in, try to get him, do his thing. Get some more chip damage, but will get swung on. And K-Bomb will drop. Titan will find an Infecto. That'll be 2 down for EKU White. As they have to navigate here in this 3 versus 5. So we slow the round down, 2 minutes on the clock.
And we really see Warden playing his shield very well. That little gap does give a little advantage. Siege is all about trying to have the maximize little advantage as possible. As you see with these zombie walls too, block off that so they can't really.
Attackers have located a bomb.
That's actually really smart by Kiwi.
Yeah, doing a great job of denying a lot of space here is they have to be careful because of how strong this angle is. They just slow down considerably. Masks is going to go down for 1 HP off of a gunfight. And even though this is a 3v5, GE Panthers, they are super weak. Titan, however, will find Kiwi off of the head glitch. In a minute to withstand the pressure. Gunfights are going to have to come out here for EKU. Holding for multiple fronts currently. Not able to get the pick. 2 players super mega one-shot for GU. But unfortunately all they have to do is continue to collapse. And then we'll find themselves a flawless round here in round number 1.
Well, that was an interesting setup that GU had. They switched off of one of their operators to Nomad. I saw. I don't know how that really was effective. I didn't see any Nomad abilities come out. Overall, we probably need to maybe change up the team comp. Let's see how we can, push through for round 2.
Looks like we're going to be getting a Legion this time around. And, just more of this stalling play style. Obviously, you want the zombie, the Tuber, the bandit, just continuing to deny space, and Legion taking up some more time with those traps.
Defenders,
Continuing the
protect your
trend
bombs from being
of
defused by
patient
attackers.
defense here. Some more team competition for the Panthers, as we saw in round number 1. As we're going to head back up to the top 4 here, and talk to me about this top 4 setup. What have you
Attackers are
seen?
located a bomb.
I've seen good rotation holes being played. It's a lot to understand where rotation holes are not only to get through to that side if you need to, but it's also a good keep opportunity. Now, we might see here where some EKU will destroy some of the buildings and
10 seconds left.
HP, so that way they can shoot one bullet and spray the next.
5 seconds
So,
to go.
and we do see a bandit wall right outside. That is a great place because that's a
Attackers are
really
moving
big
to
area
defuse
where
the bomb.
creatures will come in right at that corner.
Alright, and we are off here as all of GU are going to take the shipment spawn. There's some cameras in there. We're just going to work right on in. As we can see, EKU liking to roam towards these lower levels in order to defend from the vertical alignment that the offense has the access to. And so far, so good for both teams, just taking it slow. A couple of Legion damage there onto Doctor for GU, but Titan will find Serpent. Go fights going out the window. Shots being fired by Kiwi. Thermite going off towards bottom. Will destroy the hard wall. Just slowed down. Reloading.
And K-Bomb gets the kill on Doctor. That is a great opportunity.
Back there, Kiwi will find.
What we might see use of these rotation holes coming up just to
Mast will find Infecto. 3v3 now. Slight health advantage towards the second GU. Have to be careful here with all the angles. C4 goes out. The sidelines are still there.
I'm reloading.
Kiwi does get drowned here. Let's see how Kiwi's going to play through this really tight angle here.
Yeah, these yellow pings come through. This could be a travesty. Just holding firm on this angle though, does not want to let the thermite get in. Thermite does have the bomb as well, so they've got to get in. But they're coming out first to clear out one mass, will clear out 2. As K-Bomb gets hit with the Nomad, that's going to reveal his location. Surely the diffuser goes down. In a 1v3 situation for K-Bomb here, will have to work.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
So far, so good. Will be able to find one onto Titan.
And that was a good game, good aim by K-Bomb. Trying to get one. And he does have 30 seconds to try to win and defuse, so we might have to see a little bit of aggressive.
Got some intel for these yellow pigs, unfortunately not the right one. It's held by animals. And the Panthers are going to take round number 2. What do you think they need to do moving forward in order to, tighten up this defense a little bit going forward?
They definitely do need some operator changes here. First, see if we get a castle instead of a zombie, which is a great pick. Get to reinforce more, get that extra reinforcement, which is a big thing. And we do see a Goyo here, which Goyo is a very, very annoying little operator. These little volcanoes, as I like to call them. They do like the trigger. And with Legion, this is all around just going to be a passive way
Attackers
to
need to
approach this
locate
map.
and defuse bombs.
And it looks like we will be going to a different site here. I believe this is basement, yes?
Yes, it is basement.
So, Basement, talk to me about how this setup is going to change a little bit as we move to a different site. Obviously, rotation holes, the ideas of how you want to reinforce, but tell me how we might see that
Attackers have
working
located a bomb.
change.
For sure. So, what I've noticed is EKU likes to roam off-site so they can push inside and we come behind them.
10
That
seconds
is not a
left.
bad strategy at all. For basement specifically,
5
they're
seconds
going
left
to
before
probably
insertion.
reinforce the walls that are pretty
Attackers
much
are moving to defuse the bomb.
what I like passageways to bomb site. So that way it's going to be much harder for Panthers to try to get in there. I mean, we do see a Goyo mine right there, and one on the door too.
Yeah, and Panthers have kind of made their way just over here already. I think they're going to look to get the Thatcher out, get the Thermite on it, but Go Rave here with the Bandit Trick ready. No Tubero this time, so we'll just have to do it naturally. Here goes the Bandit Trick. And I believe he's going to get this down, and he does indeed get it down in time, but unfortunately, the Hibana comes through. We'll get the Goyo shield to pop. Now, the Blitz is so annoying to deal with in this situation, and Yugure is kind of just stuck here in this position. Doesn't really have much leeway to work with.
Now, Infecto will hold a pretty nice angle here, you know, getting able to see that room clearly so he can actually open window. We're going to try to see probably a push by GU, hopefully, in this.
Yeah, see if they collapse. Would be very easy to deal with, but it looks like we have a roamer going around up top for the side of the Panthers. Everyone so far on EKU is just careful and holding. No one's ready to give the angles just yet, and the moment one does, he is sprayed by a nice credit angle there by Matt. K-Bomb will find a response, but Yugure, I mean, he's just stuck in this room. It's so difficult, but a nice shot on the Doctor. Mass will come in on the flank, though, to find the trade. And they have intra-side diffuser going down here. Mass finds the
Attackers are
third.
activating the diffuser.
Now, can they re-enter site? Animal takes down one.
Okay, I'm in a 1v3 situation. Let's see how he will handle this.
Attackers need to protect
He
the
knows where bomb
diffuser.
is.
Position compromised.
Yeah, but it's a matter of getting the kills now. Close shot here. He's got info on two, but unfortunately just cannot make it out of there alive as the Panthers, they take round number 3. To me, it feels like, so there's some slight communication issues, not really, you know, watching each other's flanks, not exactly sure what everyone's holding at all times, but I feel like the composition as well is starting to affect EKU White. Tell me what you would run here in order to counter the Panthers' approaches.
For sure. So I would, Bandit's a solid pick just to try to combat all the breachers. Definitely Bandit Castle. Those two combos are really nasty. Personally, I would probably run.
Attackers need to locate and
Honestly,
defuse as
Warden's
many
not
bombs
that
as they
good. You
can.
know, I'm a type of player that likes to be a little aggressive. So I like Warden here. I like Legion here. Doc might be a nice play here just to get that extra, you know, shield. But overall, I feel like they just need to really focus up, you know, try to get that confidence in them and power through this. You know, it's only round 4. You know, we got plenty more rounds to spare. So let's see how EKU White does this.
Yeah, I will say I'll stand by the communication point. Just sometimes feels like they're not exactly on the
5
same
seconds left.
page in terms of what is being held, what they need to watch for.
Attackers' objective is
They're
to locate
also
a bomb
focused
and
in
defuse it.
on the push. No one was really paying attention to any sort of flank, and that allowed for Mass to get in behind the back lines and find 3 in that round. We will go back to basement here as we see if we can get a better hold. K-Bomb continuing to lurk off-site. That has been his strategy for most of our rounds. As he is holding this window up top. He wants to find an early pick. A couple of sprays coming through early. Just trading some pot shots, but now this gets worrying. You've given up your location early. It is possible to get hunted down here pretty fast.
And he's going for a Legion at that door. A great play by him. You know, if they do enter, they're going to be hit by the Legion mine. He does, and he does get a pick on Mask. Great angles by Bomb. He's going for a Notion Legion Bomb.
Serpent will have found one in the meantime. On to Doctor.
And Serpent is playing this Warden Shield.
Animal got in a good fight with K-Bomb.
Attackers
Will
are
take
dropping
him
bombs
down,
in
but Kiwi quick on the trade. A 2 versus 4 now. The Sophia getting rid of the shield. Serpent going to have to back up. The push is in from the Sophia. Shots go back and forth. Titan does not want to chase Serpent here. Yellow Ping comes out. Great communication from the teams and way to play patient and discipline, not forcing yourself into a fight if you do not have to.
And we're going to see Kiwi open up this wall a little bit more and try to see more of an angle. We go back to Serpent yellow pinging.
Yeah, and look at that. They're just right on each other's corners. The stun comes in. Sophia wants to swing this. Will get the pre-fire in. Titan's going to take down Serpent. With 1 minute on the clock, though, this does get dicey for GU. You have to figure out how to play this. You have to play it perfectly. Some more chip damage coming in across team lines towards both sides.
Attackers recovered the bomb
Kiwi
diffuser.
not the best corner to be in, not providing necessarily a lot of cover, especially over towards the A site. You just have to be careful here. One member is going to be Hibana working up towards the top, looking to breach down onto the bottom. Sophia looking to take a swing here. Will take a swing, Jin gets dropped.
Attackers have recovered their
EKU, they
diffuser.
find their first
Attackers
round
dropped the
game.
diffuser.
Like I said, great communication. You know, get that confidence in. We won one game, one round. You know, plenty more to go until we got 2 more rounds until we switch. I'm excited to see how EKU is going to play offensively. You know, there's a lot of fun picks here. Ash is probably really good here. Ash and Ace, you know, 2 really big creatures there. You know, we could see a lot of different operators being used here.
Yeah, we're going to switch on over to the mute off of Bandit. Talk to me about the rationale behind that switch.
So mute's gonna be really, you know, annoying to stop these drones. You know, drones are essential to
Defenders,
getting
protect your
information
bombs from
in
being
this game.
defused by attackers.
A well-placed mute is going to deny the GU's information lines. They try to, you know, kind of leverage this advantage they have of being unknown. You know, as long as EKU puts them in the right spot, this might be. We do see a Capcan here too. Capcan is a really fun pick.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And I see he's not running his big LMG, you know, which I'm kind of sad about. You know, you can spray and pray with that, just lay it down on them. But it does prevent movement, so you know,
5 seconds to
that
insertion.
trade-off is kind of necessary.
I just need the
Attackers are moving
Yeah,
to
it's
defuse
the
the bomb.
If I see the touch it,
I think we're seeing a run out here.
yeah.
As K-Bomb ran out to place down. I have not seen that before. I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do.
Yeah, you can run outside. Your position will be revealed for a little while. If you stay outside, they're going to directly know where you're at. You have a little icon over your head. But in doing so, while K-Bomb's playing Legion, it's actually a great kind of, you know, mislead. You know, they might jump through the window chasing after. They get Legion Bomb, snag a kill like that. So we're going to see EKU try to hold this as best we can.
Very first pick by, in fact, K-Bomb taking more pop shots. Just getting out of the way, not being too greedy, and I like that play. Put some pressure out, make them think before they enter.
And Doc did get hit by a Legion Bomb.
Sophia stunned through the window as well. K-Bomb's in a really nice spot here to do a lot of things. Well, find a couple drones in, takes the challenge, will find Doctor, is going to get probably swung here and get taken down. We'll see if he can find on the way. He finds one. Surely that flash will come in. He will get dropped here. No swing. And he's going to get out with his life as no chase occurred. Is a great round here from K-Bomb.
K-Bomb on 16 health. You know, that's a really scary place to be. One bullet will knock you down.
Yeah, and that one bullet can come so close.
We're going to see a Legion at this doorway. This is a very powerful Legion. You know, try to trick up the enemy. We are seeing a swing.
Oh, it doesn't quite finish the job. The diffuser will get down there.
Attackers have recovered their
health
diffusers.
advantage regardless.
They are resident.
Oh, and they will find the kill.
There's a 4v1 here.
Surely. We put this one away. The Legion
Yeah.
mine from the grave. 2 of them.
This is a really big thing. Down to 70 HP. That's only 3 bullets. You only need 3 bullets to connect. 58 actually. He went down to 58.
Yeah, 4v1 here. Pretty much just extending the round. I'm sure GE Panthers taking this time to talk about what they want to do for the next round. And so we've seen 2 sites successfully defended for EKU White. Where do you think they go here
15
in
seconds
round
remaining.
number 6? Do you think we go back up to second 4?
I think
10
we
seconds
do.
left.
We have that confidence now. You know, we figure out what works and what doesn't.
5 seconds remaining.
So,
Attackers recovered
and
the
we
diffuser.
do.
The attacker's
does
bomb
pull out
diffuser has been dropped.
The second floor might be a good call. We did lose twice on it. So, you know, it may not be the best opportunity. However, let's see what we can do. I'm eager to see what we're gonna play.
Last round here in the first half. EKU on the defense. Talk to me a little bit about the map. Do you think that this map is more defender-sided or more attacker-sided?
For sure, defender sided. There's a lot of nooks and crannies in this map that I have noticed playing overall and even watching this now. The little hallway that we see
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
3-man snacks essentially. That was pretty good. That hallway is really contested, so if you lock that down as best you can, it's
Attackers have located a bomb.
And we do see a Fenrir come out. I'm excited. Fenrir is one of my favorite operators.
I remember there was a lot of distaste for him early on when he came out, but now I think he's found his way into the meta, the way the game is played, and especially as kind of a stall operator, area denial operator. Talk to me
10
about
seconds
this
left
team
before
comp.
insertion.
What do you see for EKU here that makes you hopeful for the
5 seconds remaining.
second floor hold?
I do see we're back to pretty much the same thing.
Attackers are heading out
you
to
know,
defuse
the
the bomb.
castle. Fenrir is probably, I want to say Fenrir is a little better than Castle. I might be biased on that. Fenrir's denied to shut down people and get their location is super violent. Right. We're going to also see Paul playing his Azami knife here.
Couple more head glitches for him, and I believe we will continue to see the Panthers work from bottom up. Do want a hard breach onto this wall. The problem is no real EMPs to get the bandit off of it.
Changing mag.
As in the EKU, they're just taking their time. They can continue to set up sight here as a minute pretty much gone from the time of the Panthers. And there goes the thermite. That will get put down, and it will likely mean a hard breach for the Panthers. More issues for EKU White to deal with. As a nice angle from someone on the Panthers finds Ugrave, takes him prone. The flash comes through. Does not affect the Warden. Will get the kill with the shotgun. As that's a nice little peek right there.
See if Shepard can get another one.
We'll have to back off because of the shield being dropped by the Ash. But with 1 minute and a half on the clock, 5 versus 4. That's a nice zombie knife to deny the main door. Yeah, I think it was gonna go for the reinforcement there, but with the Ash as close as she is, just decides to deny it. Just hold on to the angle. Talk about these mid-round adjustments for me. What are you doing here if you're GU and you've lost a player?
We're going to step back a little bit and reassess what's happening. You know, we lost one guy. We need to probably hold the best we can and push in. You know, try to work one room at a time. Try to clear a room. You know they're not there. Step back and clear again. It's obviously hard to do in this short rounds. However, you got to do it effectively and efficiently.
Kiwi finds Doctor. We'll be able to find a second onto Titan.
It is now a 5v2.
And surely this round is up for wraps as the last two drop. That's going to be a flawless from EKU as they pulled themselves back here, go down 3-0. They bring it back to tie at 3-3 as they head into their attacking half.
I'm excited to see what the attacking half's going to bring out. You know, there's a lot of great operators here. One of my favorites, Sledge, you know, old classic's going to be great here. We do see a Thatcher and a Maverick. You know, Maverick's a weird pick here. Maverick's not in a good spot right now. You know, his little flamethrower to try to get that wall is not, it's kind of lackluster versus like Thermites or even, you know, the other hard breachers.
Yeah, the Maverick tricking. This certainly has lost its place in the meta a little bit. I think mostly because of the introduction of more EMP grenades as regular equipment.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, Thatcher, I remember when I played ranks, if you didn't have a Thatcher, you were pretty much just
Losing that fight.
yeah, you weren't ever going to be able to get a breach off. And it was so bad, like on Chalet, people would ban Thatcher if they were on defense first. It's just so... was really annoying, but now we're at a different spot in the meta. Things have eased up a little bit, so Maverick has kind of taken a step back. We do see the Thermite, we do see the Thatcher, we see the Zofia, and I'm not mad. You would just like to see that Maverick be switched to maybe another operator, maybe another
5 seconds to insertion.
Maybe, you know, Thermite actually might just do it for them.
Attackers must locate
One
and
of
defuse the
my
bomb.
personal favorites, you know, I have a lot of favorites, is Deimos. You know, Deimos 1v1 aspect, kind of know where they are so you can actually get information for your team, right? As long as you can get the operator. You know, Deimos' little thing works is you have to know what the operator is, send out a drone, and now you're only with the pistol, but you also know information, which is information's probably the one thing that actually wins siege games. You know, it's the gunfight does help, but information is what matters.
Yeah, I think we are going to see Serpent go for a little bit of Maverick trick here. Try to light up the top and get a nice little angle. While Thermite is going to break from the other side, so this is going to be some duality here. A bit of a twin push. Need to be careful. These Maverick holes, they can twist up on you just as fast as Omega. Yeah, and that C4 is exactly what I'm talking about. Will miss on the entirety. Here. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Serpent will drop, Animal finds the first blood. However, EKU, they do a pretty good job of getting a breach on in. Now it's just a matter of can you capitalize on it. Gunfight's going either which way. Kiwi does manage to get some tags on. Should have been a finished kill, I think, but not quite there. The Doc will pop the stem. Back to full health. Here comes the concuss. Never mind, backed off.
We're going to see Kiwi turn into another angle to try to at least enter the building. You know, it's going to be a really hard fight to play outside.
Yeah.
And I think everybody is in the building finally.
One finally works in. Another thermite grenade goes out.
We're going to see a drone to get more information.
And these claymores are honestly now very good for that flank watch. Now it's a matter of taking the gunfights and getting into the sites. With 45 seconds on the clock, you're just going to have to work this as best you can. Find those 1v1s and take them. Take the correct angles, take the correct challenges. And unfortunately, that one is not going to be one of those. As you'll see, two players drop. One being down. Avon going to have to cover his teammates while he gets picked back up. 30 seconds on the clock. Time is running down. Gunfights go either which way. GU continues to clean up. EKU will find one. The flank is in them. The pinch is there. And GU, they take that pressure on the defense.
Unfortunately, you know, we kind of got pinched at the very end. It was a really, you know, probably bad spot to be in. That was a bad position. But let's see what next round holds for us. You know, we gotta just keep powering through.
Heading now to basement for the Panthers is that I believe they're going to stick with their comp. And how would you like to see EKU Whites kind of synergy composition here change as we head to the basement?
Probably something other than Maverick, I would say. And we do see a Ram here. You know, Ram is a very powerful creature. You know, getting her little Ram down.
Attackers need to
blowing
locate
through
and
that.
defuse bombs.
Lots of the soft breach we'll be able to work from, I believe, top to bottom here. As we will also see an alibi, I believe that is, on the side of GU.
Correct. Alibi is a little annoying to play with. There is some strategies that I've noticed, you know, where you actually hide inside the item, you know, to pretend to be one. Because you can't really tell if you're looking dead at it. You can't tell the difference. And then you just, you know, switch on them, which is might be seen here. You know, we never know how GU plays.
10 seconds remaining.
Very true indeed. Seeing a lot of the similar rotation holes,
5
similar
seconds left
sites
before
set up
insertion.
as we saw with EKU White.
Attackers
Big
must
difference
locate and
is the
defuse the
Cow
bomb.
as well, doing some more of that area denial that we should have probably seen from the Sophia, but difficult on the top floor push. Because they're going to work straight from the bottom here. They're going to start pushing this, looking for the drone holes, and try to make their way in. This Kiwi is going to go up top, obviously, for the benefit of the Ram drone, but also for the benefit of roam clearing. Here comes the Thatcher grenade. Or might come out here. The bandit trick surely to come in and stop it. And it will do just that.
Now this is also a very interesting strategy. You know, they threw drones up top to try to get information. For EKU, they don't really know where the bomb is, but sending that drone up there just clears that floor regardless. If you don't see any abilities coming
A
out,
bomb has been located.
any like straight up enemies.
Yeah, drone will go away. As Kiwi working from up top with the help of Infecto Man. And this is where a lot of this pressure is going to come onto this site. What can EKU do make with this vertical movement? Obviously, they've got the wall open. They've done their part downstairs. Now it's a matter of taking the right gunfights, the right angles, and being able to win out these gunfights.
It's definitely going to be a very hard, you know, we're in this mid position, right? Where we know where bomb is, we don't know where enemies. And unfortunately, Infecto Man does go down to dock.
For EKU, gunfights go either way. Bit of a chip damage there for you, Greg.
Attackers bomb
The mask will
defused.
find one through the
Attackers
smoke. With
recovered
blind
the
fire
diffuser.
will catch one. Drone goes out, the C4 is in. Chill Doctor finds his second on the round and a 1 versus 5 for K-Bomb. I feel like we've seen this guy in this scenario time and time again. Will get the pickup.
Attackers have recovered their
Push it back
diffuser.
to a 2v5.
Now only 40 seconds left. They're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive. You know, just try to snag at least, you know, something.
Hey, they do snag something. Mask will drop, but the problem is that
Drop a bomb diffuser.
you're pretty much just leaving them there to 1v4 and try to figure something out. And now, here comes the collapse. We'll find one, but the trade is in from the Panthers. As they're going to win round number 8. As they continue to push themselves towards a very successful second half.
And EKU is probably going to have to, you know, make a little operator changes here. You know, it's going to be a tough fight to take those, you know, Panthers at that site as well. You know, we really need to focus up, and we do see a Zero and a knock here.
Interesting. So, you know, a few more operators coming out as well. We're seeing the smoke and the Mozzie come through from the side of the Panthers. Something I will say, you know, I'm not the most well versed in R6, but I feel pretty confident in my Valorant
Attackers
ability
need to
and my
locate
Call of
and
Duty
defuse
SMB
bombs.
ability. Something that, you know, you can really take away from these tactical, you know, one life shooter games. When you've got everything set up and you're ready to make an execute on the site, don't try to force something that you can't force. I feel like that's what EKU is doing a lot here on offense. They're doing all the right stuff. They're getting the walls open. They're setting themselves up in a position where they can reach onto the site and take control. But at times it feels like they just one player tries to force the situation to happen. Let it develop. Let someone make
seconds
a
left.
mistake. Find a cheeky angle. Once you find one, the whole house
5
of
seconds
cards
to
comes
go.
tumbling on top.
Of course, you know, that's probably what we should start
Attackers
doing,
must locate
you
and
know,
defuse a bomb.
during these later rounds. We may see some different operators with that as well, but, you know, a lot of different playstyles actually stem from different operator places. We do see a Grin come out. You know, I haven't seen Grin pick in a while. Grin is kind of that hit or miss character, you know. You don't really see them often. I'm gonna try to go through and up the top.
Now work from top down. I feel like more information is the name of the game with the Grim pick here. It's the Ram obviously continuing to exist as a means for the vertical push. Therma and Thatcher are still the same duo, trying to get those hard breaches in.
And we've got to ping a camera. Now, the camera spots in this map, we haven't touched on them, but they are in different positions. You know, they can hold certain moves. We are going to see right for this floor to try to get an easy pick off.
So far, no luck with Doctor is going to manage to find perspective on the outskirts of the map. Not without losing a chunk of their health, but still, a man for some health. Hard to take any day of the week, twice on Sundays.
Do they say that? That's a privilege?
Twice on Sundays.
I'll take your word for that.
And now, I mean, EKU, they find themselves in a difficult spot here. Super difficult to work from one man down, especially with the
Bomb located by attackers.
We'll finally get that bomb location notification.
And we are going to try to breach from another window to try to get a better angle.
Yeah, that's what you want. You get that angle, just unfortunately shots missed, and Mass takes the reach out. Will get traded out.
Are we going to see Kiwi get another one? And, oh,
A good help from Ugrave.
for sure, we're going to see a drop down. It's now a 3v3.
Unfortunately, though, Hard Breacher has been lost, so you're going to have to do this without working through the majority of those hard walls. Obviously, you get some sort of utility from K-Bomb here, and he will get that open. But the mirror circle is not going to be enough as we see Kiwi go back up top for this vertical pressure.
Reloading! And you still alive on GG7.
Yeah, and honestly, that smoke is what concerns you the most if you're EKU, because if he remains alive for, you know, another 10 seconds, he can pretty much win this round on his own, as we already hear the smoke's going off in the background. And the gunfights, they're oh so close. 20 seconds left on the clock. Have to make this work here, and Kiwi on 1 HP is certainly going to be difficult. Spray comes through from top. He manages to find two on the swing. K-Bomb is stuck. The smokes are in. I mean, it's just going to be a matter of time. It would have to be a miracle here for EKU as they are going to drop.
Operators, you have run out of
It will
time.
be 6-3 for the Panthers. Map point for them.
Unfortunately, the EKU could not execute this well. They are, like you said, they are right there. You know, they just need to, you know, try to push as much as they can. You know, try to get that middle ground. You know, try to maintain their position, maintain those cheeky angles, and let's see if EKU can clutch us back up.
Yeah, and it's just like those small things of not working together. I think that is really, you know, costing them just ever so slightly. Like we see Kiwi and Ugrave have the ability to take that swing on that player bottom stairs, but one player takes that swing too early and they get dropped before those two can continue to help them. You're
Attackers
just more
need to
patient in that
locate and
scenario.
defuse
Let
as
your
many bombs as they
teammates
can.
work off of the information you're providing and allow them to help you out. It will save your life and you'll be able to move the round with much more ease. We do see a bit of a composition change here from the Panthers. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So we do have Visual here. Now, Visual is a very fun player. I enjoy playing against the Visual. If they are well skilled, Visual is very, you know, it's hit or miss. Visual is a mid-base character, I believe. Their abilities are kind of, you know,
10
not
seconds
helpful
to
to their
insertion.
team at points, and when they are, you know, they're kind of back and forth.
5
We do
seconds
see
left.
Ella, and Ella is very interesting here. Ella mines are kind of gonna be a
Attackers' objective
nuisance
is
to
to
do.
locate a bomb
You
and
know,
defuse
EKU's probably back on this strategy. They got Buck, Thermite, Thatcher, Maverick again, and Nomad. Very interesting pick to go back with the Maverick after we saw that one Maverick trick kind of fail. So, I mean, I'm very intrigued. We do see a drone, a yellow ping as well. We're going to try to get information. And I believe that is the visual.
Yeah, and the yellow pings are in. Will find animal there. And these Mavericks, going along the bottom, doing much better work than going along the top. We will see the bandits go away now, which will allow for a little bit more access from the hard breachers. We may see the thermite come on over, especially with animal lying dead in the ground. Make their job a whole lot easier. Some good info gained on the visual. Says yellow pings that continue to come out.
We do see the Maverick trick coming back out to try to get more angles.
I have to be careful here. So easy to find yourself caught off guard, but the Maverick trick will work. That will make that wall entirely soft. And that bug is just going to go crazy all over that. And now lots of angles to work with here if you are EKU. Keep yourself in this game.
We do see a spray there by Serpent.
4v5. This is where you have to mount the pressure as a team. You've got the numbers. Don't let the time collapse you a little bit. Yes, you have only a minute, but a minute is still a decent chunk of time. Continue to work those picks. Infecto Man will take down the Doctor. That's going to put EKU in a pretty solid position here to win round number 10.
We're going to see EKU probably just step back a little bit, not try to be too aggressive and make the gunfights correctly. You get a cheeky angle of technically a 1v3 by Panthers, try to get that one.
Wow, a great shot from Arena. Will manage to find one. Will get dropped though on the return. A great shot by Ugrave. Mass though. Will find one. Titan will drop. The diffuser begins to go down and Masked. Will have to work pretty hard for this. Does find one on the Kiwi. Diffuser finally going down. Plenty of time here. Masked in the gunfight with K-Bomb. 13 HP. I mean, that's how you here as Masked will drop you.
We do take that round. And diffusing right there behind that pillar is actually a great spot. There's a lot of different placements for bomb. Now, the key placement is to try to get cover and try to see that cover. As long as you can get probably a pixel of an operator, you're pretty much set in stone.
Well, again, map point for the side of the Panthers. And they're going to go back to second story here. And the Maestro and Caviera are going to come out. Talk to me about those picks. Dokkaebi as well for EKU.
This is a very interesting operator lineup. A Maestro cam is going to be really, really hard to deal with. It's going to be really annoying to try to, try to get rid of it as you can. Obviously with Cap, Cap's going to roam the map freely, with their silence. So EKU needs to watch out behind them. They need to probably do a buddy system, one in front, one in the back, to try to hit their flanks. That's all Cap does.
I believe we have a couple of operator switches coming out for us. We see the Blitz, and I believe
it is my favorite, Demos. Demos off
10 seconds remaining.
Now Demos has pretty good guns. I can
5
go
seconds
on and
to
go.
go.
Oh, and they switched off.
Aww.
But we do see Finnery. We do see
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Once again.
Do we think Maverick pick number 3 is going to work?
It worked last round. A good way to get them onto site. I'm only worried
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Backfires on me. The Maestro cam as well. I think, GU, they're kind of leaning into this, late round ideology, especially with how long EKU White takes at times. Let's see.
Definitely going to be. Now if Maverick does get another
EMP incoming!
That's a great set of factor grenades to get rid of the bandits, and that's actually gonna down the bandit off of the backs of the thermite. That's what happens when the bandit trick goes wrong.
That's an insane play by you.
Now EKU, all they have to do is transfer that, but Titan takes a crazy gunfight. Yeah, that yellow pin comes out quick. It's believed that will happen trapped, but Chill Doctor will manage to find his way out of it. And now, what can you do if you or EKU have to find something, have to figure out how it's going to work here. Mask takes up quite a bit of damage.
It is also a 3v4, so they do need to be careful here. You know, they do not have the team advantage. They're going to play probably a little passive. You know, try to get as much information as we said before. They're probably going to try to enter this room as best they can. You know, try to hold all the angles if possible.
1 minute on the clock. Do or die here in map number 1 for EKU White in the back foot. Kiwi lit up. They have all 3 players and they're on the same area. And they help each other out. The swing is coming in and a great pre-fire from Kiwi to take down Doctor. The health advantage is now actually towards EKU due to Max being on such low health as he will drop. K-Bomb helps turn the tides here. Titan though takes down Kiwi on the retreat.
It is now a 2v2 situation. This is probably one of the things EKU has practiced for. You know, these are the most important guns. It could be, you know, round 1, round loss situation here.
Smoke grenade!
Smoke grenade goes out.
The second one as well. We're going to probably see a push in.
The zombie knives, they do a good job of stalling for a moment. The problem is Ugrave, he's so exposed by the Maverick, or the Maestro can. And that is going to be tragic with 10 seconds left. This is surely how they fall. Continuing to get the damage dealt from the Maestro cam.
As I said before, Maestro cam is a bit annoying. You know, get that chip damage in and it's going to be a wrap like that.
Yeah, and that will be a 7-4 victory here on Labs from the side of the Panthers. And, you know, talk to me a little bit about what you saw from both teams. What was successful, what wasn't, what could be tweaked as we head into map number 2?
Definitely some communication-wise. You know, that's probably one of the most important things we need to, you know, take care of. The amount of information we're getting needs to probably be more as what we need. You know, probably send drone outs more often, get on drones, as long as it's safe to do so.
You know, I was thinking about that. I didn't really see us hop on cams really at all, you know, especially throughout the defensive side. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different. Cams getting destroyed pretty quick, but still, you know, checking what you have. You know, Mozzie might be good, get some of those drones. Or, you know, a Valkyrie, provided she's not banned like she was in a map number 1.
Yeah.
Just small things like that. And I feel like responding to the information that you have as well is super important. I think we saw it pretty strong on an individual level. Everyone was, you know, responding to the information that they had gotten. Like, for example, in that restaurant, Kiwi gets a drone off, sees Doctor coming around the corner, and hits the pre-fire and saves their own life. Very strong play right there, but how can we apply information that's gained by the team to the whole team to set up those, you know, last-second pushes?
Yeah. There's definitely probably operators that can probably get there. You know, I believe IQ could have been one of them. And IQ is very strong versus, you know, other individuals. You know, being able to see what's actually played, even without noticing. You know, you can obviously notice a bandit by the electricity, but you don't know what's there. You know, there could be a mute there as well, you know. So it's definitely going to come down to probably operators and that as well. Now that Maverick play, I am very excited to. I'm very happy to see Maverick actually resurfacing.
Yeah.
You know, he's 1 for 1. Kiwi is 1 for 1 for that.
And, you know, we are starting to see him a little bit more prevalent over on EKU Maroon as well. Not necessarily the most popular hard breacher, but he is certainly seeing some more playtime than what would otherwise be believed. So excited to see him come back into the meta. Obviously, we did not see much demos
Yeah.
for you. You got a little bit.
I got tea. I got tea.
They were just poking a little bit of fun at you. They're like, Cole's on stream. We got to make sure we get.
Yeah. I did see Fenrir one round, but that's it. Now I do play a zombie, and a zombie is probably one of my favorites. Just to throw that, give yourself uncovered. I've definitely blocked off a stairway with it, throwing 2 knives, and that's probably the most fun part. Denying that entrance to sight is probably one of the biggest things you can do. Just overall, probably what we're probably going to see going forward is more of that. Like I said, a zombie's very good for denial. We might see more of Cap. Cap roaming is with her silencer pistol is very annoying.
Yeah.
You like we saw with, was it Kiwi, I believe, saved his own life. With that going said, that Cap could just flank us, and that's going to be a huge problem for EKU. I myself have been on the other side of that, and I have broken a controller too.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
it's going to be something kind of annoying to play. Now, talk to me about the Maestro cam. That was probably a pick I was not expecting.
No, I feel like teams tend to lean into that more patient defensive style, especially when you lose a round on defense that you probably should have won. Let's take a step back. Let's reevaluate what we want to do. But usually when you go to those patience picks, you're picking smoke for that late round denial. You're picking tuber out to deny some hard breach. You're making those kind of picks. We saw Maestro a lot last semester when EKU Maroon made their big run through playoffs. Maestro was pretty common. I think they've tweaked him a little bit. Now he only gets 1 cam.
I believe so, yeah.
Or they've changed the number of cams for sure. So he's not played as much now. I think also his guns have shifted a little bit. So they've nerfed him in a way that he's not as prevalent now, but he comes out there, and I think it's a very coordinated pick by GU. We saw EKU just taking a hair too long at times on their offense. And again, that's a balance you have to strike because, you want to take as much time as you can so you're not forcing a play like we talked about earlier. But at the same time, if you allow yourself to start playing with 10 seconds on the clock and there's a Maestro cam up, you're gonna be worse for wear.
For sure. Now there's obviously other operators that do have cameras.
Yes.
Valkyrie, even though she got banned on Valkyrie with labs, it's going to be very difficult. Those cams can be placed anywhere.
Yes.
The other one that I am surprised that I did not see is Echo. Now Echo is in a weird spot for competitive R6, but having, like we said, as much information as we can get is an advantage.
Yes.
Having that Echo drone on the ceiling, be able to move around, you would have to take into account if the player is aiming up versus you. So you can definitely coordinate with your team. Have them sparking at them, and then just another guy running in and snagging that kill. That might be something we see. We did see a duo here, Thermite and Thatcher.
Yes,
getting that kill on that bandit, that was very exciting. Bandit trick finally got denied after we lost that Maverick trick. So I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah, I guess it's about even there. We are heading now, I believe, to Skyscraper. Talk to me a little bit about the map. Talk to me about Skyscraper. This is not one that I've played heavily. It was out of the rotation when I was pretty into R6. Talk to me about it. What's it going to look like? What's our comps going to look like? How are these teams going to play on this map?
Now, hopefully, Valkyrie doesn't get banned. Any way that we can snag a Valcam onto outside, that's also going to be really effective. There's going to be a lot of C4 play, I believe. If I remember correctly, Skyscrapers is one of those maps that are going to be a lot of tight corners and a lot of angles. You have to play this correctly.
Yeah.
With the operator wise, it really could go either way here. We're probably going to see a Fenrir or two if it's not banned. A Fenrir with Fenrir smoke is going to be essential for EKU's victory here. And also try to, lock down the the entry play. You know, there's going to be a lot of different opportunities that EKU could probably snag something and then back off.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very intriguing to see what we can pull out here.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that this team is too far ahead of us in terms of skill level. I definitely think that they're still beatable. I just think EKU, they have a few things that they need to tweak, in those high pressure moments. Like we talked about, I think they're doing everything up to the hard breach pretty well. They're defending each other, they're making the right plays, they know what they want to breach. It's just once it's time and push comes to shove to get onto the site where they're really faltering. And I think part of that may be the fact that they probably are used to teams that are a bit more roamy, that they enjoy playing off site. GU, from everything that we've seen, they might have one roamer, maybe, but they like to play on site pretty hard, and if or at least pretty close. The ability to rotate back super quickly is definitely there. So just a matter of playing against that strength. How can you move forward through this match?
It's definitely going to be probably some strategy changes. You know, we're definitely going to have to play site more aggressively. There needs to be an instance where if they do roam, we got to have somebody that notifies. You know, watching cams is something big. Now, cams obviously, in a competitive sense, will get hit pretty frequently. You know, I've done this before where start the round, get off that spawn cam. You know, that's something that's going to happen. One of the big things that EKU probably needs to do is to make sure they know what everybody's play style is. You know, if some people think they are going to be aggressive and some people want to play passive, have the aggressive people hold those angles they know they can take. You know, that one-on-one gunfight, even though if they do get swung, you have somebody behind you.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have to play this, you know, kind of like I said, a buddy system. They're going to have to play really in a team, like have a team comp very successfully.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We are going to go to a quick intermission here. The players are taking a 10-minute break. All good. We're just going to let them, get a couple drinks of water, go to the bathroom really quickly, and we will be right back after this for Map 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, welcome back, everybody. I told you that break would be super duper fast. These teams are ready to go back into it. Map number 2 is about to get on the way here on a Skyscraper. And our first ban from EKU White.
Buck.
Interesting.
Very interesting indeed. I guess they don't want to deal with that shotgun. Try to get that most out of that breach. These small breaches, the soft breaches. Definitely going to be a big play here.
Yeah, and GU, they will get their ban here on the offense. And we will see Brava
really
out of the way here. So
I'm very, very excited about a Brava pick. I've never played Brava, but going up against, and we do see a Warden here.
This is an interesting set of bands for sure. I've never seen this band composition before, and I feel like that's targeted.
That is
I
probably
feel
targeted.
as though that is targeted.
I think a Maestro is very targeted. You know, last round Maestro cam.
Man, oh man, and a lot is on the cards here. Obviously, you have the Valk available, you have the Fenrir available. Lots of options to pick from, and we are seeing a slew of new characters reach the field. The Osa, the Frost, and the Wamai all making their appearances here in this match for the first time. Talk to me about these
Defenders, protect
compositions.
your
What are
bombs
you
from
seeing
being
so
defused by
far?
attackers.
Very good operators overall for Sky Striker. You know, frost maps are pretty much annoying. Once you enter like a room, you gotta pretty much check for frost maps. That's how I play. You know, I check for two things: Legion mines, frost maps, because I have died to those two.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Now the Osa pick on GU side is a very interesting pick here. Osa is, you know, I think Osa is in a fine spot right now. There really isn't too much to go off of.
10 seconds left.
We also obviously see the thermite back. We see the
5 seconds to go.
and we do see an interesting play. You know, we're gonna
Attackers are
see
heading out to
Infecto
defuse the
push
bomb.
down those stairs instead of being on site.
Interesting.
That's kind of a weird spot to be in. Those stairs are very, you know, and we see him peeking back out.
Hiding for protection from grenades. Reload.
He's going to be playing with the shield. I feel like he was a very fond member of the shield club on the defense last time around. So nice to see him in his home habitat.
For sure. We do see a rotation hole into that site. That is going to be a great play because that window right there he's looking at, that's going to be an angle where they may push in it.
So far, all is quiet on the map. These tense little, moments are always scary. And in fact, I think it's actually going to push up on the timing right there just to get around the corner. It'll get swung and taken down, and to me, that's a cams issue right there.
That is a big hand issue. That was probably a communication fault. And we do see Kiwi push up, not noticing people on the left. You know, Siege is a very much sound-based game. You know, you can
Attackers drop the bomb.
swinging just by the way they sprint. Also for operating.
Yeah.
We do see Serpent go down.
Attackers dropped the
Still there. Unfortunately, the trades continue to go through as really after GU found the first pick, they've been able to find these trades all day long. Kiwi does help even out the numbers now, and a minute and a half is quite a long time to defend if you're EKU, especially with only 2 people.
And we're kind of even health right now, you know. It's a little bit more of a, we're probably going to see EKU, you know, hold that
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
It's so big, will not find or connect. That timing is insane. Gunfights that continue to go down back and forth, gunshots riddling through the walls.
Attackers
They
activated.
will not be able to find anything just yet. Kiwi gonna sprint forward and get taken down. Just a bit too aggressive there. Ugrave gonna drop. Mast finds the last 2 on the round. And that is going to be the round for GU.
Unfortunately, we just had, you know, lack of communication there with, you know, those cams. We definitely need to probably play a little bit smarter. You know, and we do see a Valkyrie by K-Bot.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. We're sticking to pretty much the same team. You know, we have the mute for the drones. We have a Valkyrie for extra information. Castle for walls. You know, overall, pretty great opportunity.
Attackers need to locate and
just
defuse
talking
bombs.
about how these rounds develop a little bit. As the round starts, there's definitely an edge to the defenders. More, information about the sites laid out, more access to each other as everything's dense, and it's a lot easier to hold angles than it is to, sort of breach onto them, especially with, a zombie in play, shields in play, Wamai in play, denying a lot of the
Attackers have
utility
discovered
that
the
the
location
offense
of a
has.
bomb.
But as things trade down,
10 10 seconds
the
remaining.
advantage starts to go to the way of the attackers is they just get more room to
5
work
seconds
with.
remaining.
It's two people that, I mean, they're never going to be able to hold as much ground as
Attackers
a
are
full
moving to
team.
defuse the bomb.
So, really, I think GU's approach here to sort of just trade down very naturally is going to help them throughout map number 2. If you're EKU, your goal really is to deny time. You don't need to go about, taking all these chows. Just deny time. Find the kills if you can get them and get out, but waste time as much as possible.
For sure. EKU's going to hold this angle on that, wall. It's going to probably be a close, match here. As I see, we do have different guns. We do have 2 ARs. One of them is and ACOG is a very powerful. That burst weapon is going to be very. And we do get a ping there.
Device on
Yeah,
ice.
and that's a nice use of the turbo. In fact, though, is going to get lit up. How close he is if he can get this headshot. Kiwi gonna come help him. That drone is in, though, and through the wall. I mean, that must have been a yellow ping shot right there.
Unfortunate there.
And that's the benefits of utility, man. This is the kind of thing that's killing EKU right now, is their access to good info. And, something I like to consider, sometimes they get the info, but after about 5 seconds, the info is dead. It's so easy to move out of the way, get back out there.
Very true. And we do end up going to a 1v4 surface. He did do this last week. And unfortunately, Mass does take him out. This happened last round, or last match too. They did get up on us. We need to, focus up and come back.
Yeah, right now, I feel like Mass throughout this entire series has had quite a good one. And he's starting off pretty strong here in map number 2, if I must say. Now, we'll finally here, we will see the Mira come out for the side of EKU White.
That is a very, very strong pick on Skyscraper. There's a lot of walls that
Defenders,
you can
protect your
place the
bombs
Mira
from being
in.
defused by attackers.
Certain angles are better than others, but definitely holding down the sight with that Mira, and then what people tend to do is have a hole right beside the Mira. So when you actually see the enemy, you just move over a little bit, take a shot, and get back.
Mass off to a pretty strong sight on the side of the Panthers, as he is 6-0. Has more kills than the rest of his team combined. Surely that'll change as we
10
head
seconds
throughout the
remaining.
rest of the match. But so far so good for
5 seconds remaining.
GU. We'll see a Jackal switch come in
Attackers
for the
objective is to locate a
Panthers
bomb and
as
defuse
they
it.
head into round number 3. Likely to, make a little bit of a counter for the Mira. Ash will most certainly do that as well, additionally to Habana.
And I am surprised to see a Jackal. A lot of people do not like Jackal. For at least from my experience, they are the majority banned. Jackal players, they are a little one trick. Just activate, get the footsteps, and just notify your whole team. We are going to see,
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Oh, that's a frost trap up there, and that will be a good kill for Kiwi.
Yep, always got to watch out for those frost traps.
That's very interesting. I feel like we've seen a frost pretty much every round here, so to not be checking for those frost traps, a little bit questionable from GU, especially
And Animal did have the bomb, so it's going to be.
down inside.
That is very good information for EKU, because the enemy has to rotate to grab that bomb and get back.
Yeah, this is one of these rounds that you got to look at. If you're EKU, put this one away. I mean, first blood, diffuser down inside. Put this one away. Get yourself back in this game. You do not want to go down 3-0 again. First gunfight will go towards the way of K-Bomb. He will take down Doctor. Will find a second there onto Mast. A great gunfight win that is.
67 HP. Let's see if we can get a third kill by K-Bomb.
Yeah, but a minute on the clock. this is pretty much all she wrote for GU Titan and Arena. I mean, miracles can happen, but with a minute and a 5v2, this is one of those where this is just so difficult. Make it the 1 versus 5 Titan all alone. At this point, you're just talking about next round strategy.
Probably going to be in the same position as we are now. We are definitely going to maybe switch up a little operators, keep that frost mat, because sometimes, you will expect the frost mat in the weirdest places, right? And, other times they expect it, and we are going to see Titan go outside and try to go up.
Yeah, wants to work this here. Take some pot shots, but I mean, at this point, this is really all she wrote. So hard to get in here.
15
15
seconds to go.
Most certainly not getting that diffuser down without being killed by one of the 5 players who are
seconds
still
remaining.
alive for EKU. EKU, they're not willing to give up anything just yet. They want the
5
flowers,
seconds
and they will
remaining.
receive it.
Attackers bomb diffuser has
Very
been dropped.
strong round from EKU White, and that's going to put them back in.
For sure. And we did notice that Titan did get the C4 before anything else there. That was probably something that he was aware of, either a yellow ping or something. Maybe another one of his teammates saw it, maybe something else. And we do see the Jackal picked first and the Amaru.
Amaru is interesting.
Very interesting. Amaru's grappling into, they may go to that one window by site B, just try to get it in there.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
You
attackers.
see a Valkyrie back, and Frost is back, Castle is back.
In position!
Pretty much the same team top all around.
Yep.
All fortified.
Let's see how these teams are going to work here. As we head into round number 4.
Fortified.
Similar setup all around from EKU.
Swapping mags.
Nothing really different about this setup. We're still seeing that Frost, still seeing the Minotaur
10 seconds to go.
the Valkyrie, the Castle, all staples. I'm very,
5 seconds
very
left.
interested in this Amaru pick.
Attackers must locate and
They
defuse the
are
bomb.
Probably going to go through one of the off-site windows, just try to get in there and get position.
Shots coming out all
Reload
around.
the wall. Reload.
Chill Doctor wanting to get some Jackal play going. Some tags are in. Red pings as well from across the map.
Now, red pings are kind of, weird and competitively. Everybody yellow pings because red pings does notify.
And K-Bomb now being tracked by the Jackal, so his location's gonna be revealed. And look at this. GU, I mean, they're on the hunt. A couple of shots go by. You have to be careful if you're K-Bomb. Oh, and that crouch was dirty work there by Mast. And swing right into him, will get taken down. This Mast, I mean, he's been on one to start off this game. Serpent goes to the C4, gets dropped on the play. And as 2 go down for EKU, this is one the Panthers look to take away.
Unfortunately, we did lose K-Bomb and Serpent, as you said. It's going to be a 3v5 situation. Let's see here.
Bomb located by attackers.
Maybe angles and to see, and we do see one go down. Titan does go down.
But unfortunately, the trade is down. Just too many players there. Kiwi does manage to find the Reaper. He can find the second one if he's careful. Do not over-challenge here. You want to play your life in the
Attackers drop
hopes
the
of
diffuser.
finding 1, maybe 2 more picks. Set your team up for success here in this round. And we do see the Frost Trap on Animal, so health advantage is going to be good. But now the trades have come through. 1 versus 2 for Kiwi. And this is probably the
Attackers
most
have recovered
winnable
their
situation we've seen all night. But unfortunately, Shield Doctor is not going to let that.
Unfortunately. It was definitely a winnable fight. They did have health advantage, but it is just one bullet that will change the whole dynamic of the round.
8-2. His mass score line 4-1 as well from his second best helper. EKU, I mean, you want a shot in this one. gotta take him down right now. I mean, he's just kind of been that fragger, playing all the, the frag characters, Ash, IQ, and he has really shown us out
Attackers
here
need to
on
locate and defuse as
skyscraper.
many bombs as they can.
Now we do see a smoke here, and I'm very intrigued how K-Bomb is going to play smoke.
Bomb located by attackers.
We will see. I want to see EKU with this comp really lean in a little bit to that, area denial, time denial, space. And it's not necessarily that I think the positions they're playing are bad, but it feels like almost at a point where they're taking too many challenges. They're being a little bit too gutsy with how they're approaching those fights. There's a very clear difference in how you're playing an angle when you're holding it and when you're
Attackers are
swinging
moving to
it.
defuse the bomb.
Play the same angle, play to hold.
For sure. A lot of different players like to back off or even just, try to overcommit to a gunfight where they really don't need to. Siege, like we said, it is a sound game, but it's also a patience game.
Yes.
You have to be able to know what you can do and know the right angles to play. As we saw last round where I forget who it was, they were holding the C4. I believe it was Servant, and Servant just got dropped in the wind. That was unfortunate there, but missed timing, and that patience would have probably won that gunfight. It was an easy 1v1, but he just didn't have his gun out. So we're going to see a very nice angle by Kiwi, and we're going to see Infectoman playing Shield once again.
Yep, we'll get tagged out by the Jackal. So information pretty much for free here, and Chill will take it down. 5 versus 4, advantage to the Panthers. As Mass drops yet another one. This is slowly but surely they're finding the pins so they can go out to unwind. Kiwi will find one. Titan, though, will be a quick on a response, and the diffuser's already going down on site.
It is now a 2v4 situation.
Attackers are
And they
activating
do
the
have
diffuser.
that over. It's a 1v4 situation.
Fights will go that way. The Panthers with a clean round there. I feel like EKU kind of left the side up for grabs. Didn't feel like anyone was close enough to get any real denial. And here is our last round before the swap. The EKU, I feel like some of these rounds, man, they come down to a couple of heat check challenges, I get the feeling of wanting to make something happen, especially you're down, 4-1, 3-1. You want to get this game back going in the right direction, but you have to do it as a team. No one person can really come back from this.
Attackers need to locate and
Especially
defuse the
against
bomb.
the G. They look very strong in the way that they're playing.
Now we do see the Mira come back, which I am very eager to see how Mira is going to play this. And overall, the team comp, with that new Castle, the Bandit, and Frost, we just need to focus up. We're down
Bomb
below.
located by
We just
attackers.
gotta communicate well and be confident in ourselves. That's really what it comes down to. You got to have confidence in your gameplay. Try to win these fights as best you can.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Pushing up the pro pace.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, you definitely want to take this one down before
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
I asked you last time, it feels unfair to ask this time. Would you say this map is more offensive sided or defensive sided?
It really comes down to, where you go into place for me. Some spots are very much offensively, in my opinion. Where we saw Infectoman set up in that little corner by that stairway. That breach alone is a very defensive playstyle. Because you really just have to hold 2 angles. Technically 3 if you have a rotation hole, but really that staircase and that barricade, that's the only thing you have to hold. Now for pretty much the other side, the defense really has a strong going forward way of, trying to defend the site. I believe there's only like 3 or 4 ways from the first floor to get up. You know, so defense really needs to, and we do see it.
Yeah, and that Habana is going to be quite unfortunate. We'll drop the mirror to maybe get a cheeky last hit. It's destroyed. Will not, unfortunately. As we've gone through quite a bit here, and only chip damage has been received from both ends. A minute and a half has gone by. Jackal information has been gained on Infecto Man. Drones are out inside of A. Yellow Pink's most certainly coming through that. Mewjammer's going to do some pretty good work. Can you withstand the pressure? I mean, this is good for EKU. You stay up for a minute and a half. Can you withstand it? Chill Doctor is going to fall. Serpent on the refrag. Kiwi will find that. A pinstripe kill feed is going to get fourth in the round. Titan will get dropped on the return. One player pushes in. I believe that's Animal. Will not get taken down by Kiwi. Is he just going to stick this plant here? No, will hop off looking to bait. See if we're coming through. Good night. And that will leave Mast in the 1 versus 4. I mean, that is a good round for EKU to get themselves back into this before they head on the offense.
And that is indeed. You know, that C4 probably wasn't necessary, but you know, you definitely need a style. You know, I mean, if you're gonna lose, go out in style. But we do see Kiwi cleaned up this round by that C4 kill and then on Mast.
Yeah. So, it's going to be on EKU. I mean, you're going to have to rattle them off here. 5 in a row or not 5 in a row, but 5 to win here on the offense. Whereas Panthers, I mean, they just need 3 to win, 2 to make sure it goes to OT. And I feel like 1 is certainly the easier task.
For sure. You know, we see a blitz on for EKU. A Grim as well. You know, Grim is coming back.
Attackers need to locate and
EKU.
defuse as many bombs as they
I would
can.
definitely choose Damos. It's fair, like you said. Damos might be back on this map, but I still play it.
And you were talking about Echo earlier. We will see the Echo at GU.
That is a very good play by GU.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And we do get bomb site pretty early. I feel like that was no time in the prep phase.
Yeah, and at this point, I would like to see EKU go about saving their drones a little bit more. Sometimes we get to the prep phase and we see literally every single drone
10
they
seconds
have in
left
the prep
before
phase
insertion.
just already used up. Save your drones, and I really want to see them start, you know, maneuvering with a little bit more
Attackers are heading
intel
out
in
to
mind.
defuse a bomb.
Use your drones. Make sure you're watching each other's backs. Get the info and apply it to the whole team.
That is very true. We do have 2 hard breach charge, which is actually going to be very useful for us. We are going to go to that little spot by the staircase. I forget what room that is.
Loading new mag!
But we're going to try to approach this from all different angles, and that is a great idea by EKU. Try to get a pinch. We're going to hold an upside down angle. You know, we saw this with Maverick. You got to get that Maverick kill.
This is how you get some pretty nasty picks. You find some crazy angle. No real vertical work throughout this, though.
Now, unfortunately, with that upside down, you know, it's super easy to get a headshot off it. Though we do need to be careful. We do see an OSA shield.
We did see 2 picks for the side of EKU. K-Bomb responsible for one of them, but he's Infecto responsible for the other. So that's going to make this a little bit easier for EKU as they head on in towards the site. However, lots of info yet to be revealed. We are seeing a yellow ping out onto B-bomb, so information on that smoke is going to be good, and it's this OSHA shield continuing to help out.
And we do see Titan goes down. It is now a 5v1 situation. Do we see a flawless here?
Doing very well good as K-Bomb, he's working from the other side of the site. The Fuser is going to go down from Serpent. That's a flawless round for EKU. I mean, a flash of brilliance for them as they bring it within a one-round game.
Very nice indeed. You know, we played that. We execute well. And overall, we communicated. I believe so. You know, those yellow pings going down to certainly clean up this round.
Most definitely.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and see some operator changes here. Just take a look at the scoreboard. K-Bomb is our main slayer here for the side of EKU. Obviously, Mass continuing to push forward
Attackers need to
with that
locate and
stab
defuse
line.
bombs.
Talk to me about our new operator. Go ahead.
All right. Well, this is very nice because I have never seen this operator. Yes, but the probably overall factor is it's going to probably be a make or break. You know, not a lot of people go with the new stuff.
Yeah, Scopos, definitely a bit of a wild card. And
Attackers
honestly,
have located a bomb.
I'm interested to see how this plays out a little
10
bit
seconds left.
because I feel like we've seen
5 seconds to go.
disputes about operator rules, how that works.
Attackers
with
ejected
the
the
ECAC.
defuse the bomb.
Figure out how that works. That'll be a player's thing. We're not involved in that. We don't make any official decisions. We're just bringing it to you as we see fit. 2 players are on the run out right now. Mast and Animal. They will go back inside. And they do get a lot of damage actually onto Infecto. Knock them down to 38. So that might affect some gunfights moving forward. But so far, EKU, can you work forward? Can you make it strive forward? How can you progress? The Thermite is most certainly going to go down. Now it's going to be on the Panthers to figure out how they want to respond once this has gone down.
I'm very intrigued by the Scopos pick. You know, it's gotta be. I feel like she would play more like an anchor. You know, try to lock down the route as best she can. It's definitely gonna be something new for EKU to over challenge. You know, not a lot of people like to go new. They like to stick what works.
And we are actually seeing for the first time that Ying coming out. That could be pretty strong, and Mass on the run out does get taken down by K-Bomb. A nice set of shots there as you were expecting, and that's a crazy.
That is
That is a
insane.
nice shot out of K-Bomb to take down Mass. Now I feel like once you get Mass down off that, off of his high horse a little bit, makes it around a whole lot.
Attackers activated
Future
the
goes down, send it to 45 seconds. And this is so open, so easy access. EKU, this is a pretty straight line win here.
We definitely need to hold this angle as much as we can. You know, believe it's only like maybe 10 seconds per bomb.
Gunfights go either way. Titan does his best to even the score, but not quite there yet. 3 versus 2. You can just continue to hold. It's not going to matter. One more will drop.
And we do see the new operator, the last one to live.
Terminator tile. But the fuser is going to go off here. Will not matter.
Attackers
EKU
win.
White wins the round.
Yeah, and they are doing pretty well for themselves here on offense. Can they continue to power forward, or do you think Panthers have any sort of answer to what EKU's been doing?
I think EKU can probably power forward through this. You know, it may have just been Labs wasn't the map for us. It's definitely going to be a very interesting game. You know, we did see the new character come out, new operator. And we get to see a Jaeger come out, which Jaeger is a very fun operator here. Now the score,
Defenders,
you know,
protect your
Mass
bombs from
got
being
10
defused
five.
by attackers.
You know, K-Bomb is approaching that with 8 and 5.
Yes. As well as Ugrave, I mean, 7 and 5 as well. A pretty even distribution across the kills for EKU. Whereas we see kind of a tip scale of very lopsided.
Attackers cover the location of a bomb.
Next best is 6 and 5 from Chill Doctor, but after that, it tapers off very, very quickly. Nevertheless, a tie game, and that's what matters most.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Looking to put this one away to help claim the series. EKU White, they won us into game number 3.
Hopefully, and we do see a couple operator packs.
Attackers are moving to
We
defuse
see
the bomb.
Thermite was switched to, and Thatcher. You know, back to that dynamic duo. You know, because, and we do see a Bandit off of Animal.
I feel like when I played pretty heavily, Jaeger was a big focus for the meta. Now, a little bit left in the background. No one exactly is playing him a lot anymore. Well, Mai usually takes over his role when he is used.
For sure. You know, the most two operators I saw back then was probably Jaeger and Jackal. You know, those two were very problematic. We do see a kill happen now.
Yeah, he was pretty good with that damage trick off. He indeed does not.
He doesn't have a repeat on what happened after that.
And the opponent doing a run out is, I feel like
Attackers
the
dropped the
Panthers,
diffuser.
they're getting
Attackers
very
recovered the bomb
aggressive
diffuser.
in terms of what they're willing to take in terms of risk.
And we do drop the diffuser to Kiwi. That's going to be an interesting play, probably because we know Serpent's, going to try to push different angles and not have bomb be on his body.
100%, and that's exactly what he's doing right here. Going to get this other soft wall or hard wall unlocked and available. Now open up some attacks on both sides for EKU. No cameras really to worry about. Mast is going to take some damage. Now what you want to start worrying about for EKU is time, but Serpent has a quick remedy for that. He's just going to kill 2 people.
You know, that's just very optimistic of him. You know, he's going to play aggressive. Now that both of his charges are gone, what more can he do? You know, just strike. And we do see Geeks come out, and Kiwi is going to plan here. Serpent, unfortunately, goes down by Titan.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
Titan, on that run out, does find a second, but Kiwi is able to get out, and this is just another very strong position for EKU to be in. Kiwi is completely on the other side.
Position
Great shot
compromised.
from Infecto Man there. Titan is going to be left all alone in a very strong round once again from EKU.
And that is what we wanted to see, indeed.
And some body shots coming out there from EKU. Certainly, certainly making me giggle a little bit.
Let's see if EKU can clutch this up.
Yeah, and Panthers are gonna hit the timeout. I would respectfully, I would hit the timeout too if I got my body shot up here.
I would too.
I would too.
I would be down 3 controllers by now.
Yeah. Taking this time out, what do you think is their game plan moving forward? Personally, I think number one is you got to stop defending this site. It's very clear that EKU has a plan. They know what they want to do. They know how they want to execute it on that site. Move away from that site as a whole. Talk to me about some composition changes you might see from them and how they might play moving forward.
They're probably going to play more, EKU likes to play off-site. They like to play on-site. It's probably going to be back and forth. We definitely need to, and we do see a Cade pick. Cade is because Cade got banned on labs, I believe.
It did. He did indeed.
We also see a Doc.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Probably overall. This is going to be an interesting operator. You see the game. And we see Mask 11 and 6, still holding strong at the very top. A Valkyrie and a Zami here.
And now,
Attackers have located a bomb.
yes, we do. Some drones continuing to go out. Obviously, some have down out from Kiwi. And just a few more other
10
operators
seconds to go.
put in here. I'm just going to go without a hard breacher here.
5 seconds to go.
We may have some hard charges, which is not as good as hard
Attackers are
charges,
moving to
but
defuse
they
the bomb.
do still get the job done.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more acceptable, especially on this site in particular. There's not really a lot of hard walls that you're worried about to begin with. You're worried about working up through bottom, you're worried about working through the windows, you're not really worried about breaking any sort of reinforcement. So, giving them that flexibility to play some different operators is certainly going to be a good thing. Now, let's see what they can do here, because they look to advance to map point.
The attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Straight on through.
And we do see a vertical type of play here, as as we said before, this does make an easy kill for GU on EKU. And we see the host come down peeking at 2 enemies. You know, that's actually very good for us. You know, getting that information where they're at, we know that the Azani is playing for the wall.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good play right there by Arena. I think impact grenades the shield and then just gets a clean shot onto your grave. And now, with the information they have, can they work efficiently through this in order to get some good picks to get on the site? And so far, so good. I mean, they turn around, they get to a great challenge by Masked to be able to find Infecto Man.
And we do see the shield comes out.
The Blitz, nonetheless.
Now, this is going to be a pretty fun, you know, I love being on a shield operator team. I hate going against
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And a match just shoots right over his shield.
That's, you know, we hate this game.
Yeah, and Kiwi, information gonna be gained. I mean, playing against. Wow!
I was not able to see that. Let's see this pixel peek. 2. Wow.
No, it didn't even show up on the screen that time. That was pretty insane.
That was a very insane.
I mean, talk about a flick.
Now,
5-5. This is for OT. One team will secure OT for sure. The other team gonna be in a do or die situation. And EKU looks like they're gonna go back to old reliable Thermite, Thatcher, Yang, Nomad. There's that core 4 right there, and I believe we've seen Grim quite a bit within that as well. Going back to
Protect
old
your bombs from being
reliable.
defused by attackers.
you know, that's gonna be probably what's gonna need to, you know, secure us OT right here. We are going to probably need to be smart about our plays and not give up as much information as we want
Attackers have
as we
located
want
a
to
bomb.
gain from them.
Yeah, this is very clearly GU. They want to stall these hard breaches on both sides here that we saw EKU take last time we were on this site. We have the Cade and we have the 2 Morale. So definitely going to see some
10 seconds left
Cade
before
breaks more than
insertion.
likely. Going to see 2 Morale slowing of the
5 seconds to insertion.
hard breach. I'm almost certain we're going to see some runouts. I feel like
Attackers are
Panthers have
moving
done
to
them
defuse a
all
bomb.
game long. EKU doing a very good job, really, in terms of retaliating against them.
For sure. You know, we also,
And there's the spawn peak. There's 2.
and that is very unfortunate. Mask is just overwhelming.
I mean, the Doc spawn peak's tale is as old as time. I mean, it was around when I played.
It was around when I was born. you know?
It's good to see that it's still alive. I mean, yeah, Mast. I mean, he's just taking it into his own hands there. He's like, no, we're taking this round. He finds 2. 16 and 6. I mean, this guy pretty much single-handedly keeping GU in this game. Tag there from a nasty angle. Oh man.
Better check your glasses. You know?
I did. I had to make sure what I was seeing was real. That was insane.
We do see Kiwi breaking out that barricade. Gotta try to get an angle off that.
Yugure will put down Masks on a run out. Maybe gets a little greedy there, and that will put EKU in a bit more vulnerable situation. 3 versus 4. You find one more. This is certainly doable, especially as GU. I mean, they just look ready to give away for rounds.
We do see a drone come out and some observation walls. I haven't seen those used in a while. You know, they do kind of block off the drone's point of view.
Lights on!
Oh. Streaming flashes and continued runouts for the side of the Panthers. I mean, God, these guys love to be aggressive. And then on the clock, and at this point, if you're Panthers, you can pretty much just single-handedly just chill out, wait, make EKU push on. Chill Doctor goes for another rundown. Does not see anything, so that means nothing but good things for GU. However, Kiwi has to break right on in. Will find one. Trade is not quite in there. Oh. 2 for Ugrave. Finds 3 in the round.
He needs to reload, yes.
42 seconds on the clock. going to hit the behind the neck Thatcher. And I think, yeah, was playing the bait there on the diffuser, getting some shots still. And Titan is willing to play patient. He knows that it's gonna be the plant on Ugrave. Some chip damage go back and forth. Info gain. A nice read as Ugrave saves the round.
That is an insane play by Ugrave. You know, we see Mass chip off 2 at the very beginning, and then overall, we just power through.
Wow. I mean, that is one that you're kicking yourself if you are Panthers. I mean, giving that one away, very, very questionable. That 1v3, I mean, and I gotta be honest. Animal, my man. That one's on you. It's hardly ever in a 1vx situation, it's hardly ever the first or the last guy's fault. Hardly ever.
Defenders,
9 times
protect your
out of
bombs from
10,
being defused by attackers.
it's on your middle guys. If you're in a 1v3 and you're the second guy to die, kind of on you. 1v4 and you're second, third guy, definitely on you. Right, so just locking up those situations if you're Panthers, I mean, you'd love to get that one back, especially if it results in you going map 3, losing the series down the line. But one round at a time for sure.
And we do see the Jaeger change off into a castle. You know, Jaeger probably wasn't getting that much benefit
10
to the
seconds to
team.
insertion.
So Castle holding those extra
5
reinforced
seconds to
walls
go.
and those doors are going to be probably a problem that EKU needs to attack.
Attackers are heading out to
You know,
defuse the
we only
bomb.
have thermites, but we do have 2 hard breach charge. I don't think that will be enough.
We're not seeing any spawn peaks this time, but EKU are certainly going to be more cautious as they exit.
Now we do see Mass playing cams for a little bit, and they do have Valkyrie. You know, the Valkyrie cams on this map is kind of, you know, a hit or miss. You know, you could
Oh, there's the run. I mean, that's the crazy timing right there.
we should have
He hears them just stomping right along, and he takes that swing, and it's just, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I mean.
Damn, I knew
Yeah. A peek once again. The Ying flash is a little bit too close to home, and the thermite starts to go off. Turborel is going to stall for a sec. The Thatcher coming in. I think we're going to see a K-trick here. Continue to wait for those Thatcher grenades to go.
I do see it. I heard a Ying, I believe.
Yeah, I believe Yang trying to bust right on in. Ugrave will find one on another run out. So there's the try to shave me, 3 times. But that Thatcher, or that thermite, is going to get destroyed by the Tuber Arcade.
And unfortunately, Ugrave is 11 HP, very scary. We do see a castle wall at this window.
Yeah, they're definitely expecting this here. They are in good play out of Ugrave, just checking that run out continuously. EKU, I mean, they would to destroy that wall. They will do so. And now it's a matter of how much can you work here in a minute.
They're expecting Matt to probably come back out, and Matt's
It does come back out. But Arania will find Kiwi. And this round, I mean, has been razor thin margins, and the health advantage is anything but in the favor of EKU with Ugrave at 11 HP.
Now it is a 3v3, you know. It only takes 1 bullet
True.
to change. You know, we do see an interesting play. You know, Serpent not going to be aggressive, but just easing into the site.
Yeah, and they kind of sneak out their way on a round. K-Bomb finds one, but Titan's quick to even out the score. 2v2. K-Bomb's going to do a full rotation here. 20 seconds on the clock. And you want to be careful on the Titan will find Serpent.
15
Info
seconds
is
remaining.
going to be gained on K-Bomb. The sensor's going off. 10 seconds on the clock. I mean, this is going to have to be a masterclass in winning gunfights, and unfortunately it is not. We're going to OT.
We are indeed. This is, you know, a very tense moment here. It's round 13.
17-8 from Mast. I would be surprised if we don't see some sort of run out, some sort of spawn peak from him. as they start on defense. Ugrade and Kiwi, the K-Bomb, very even across those three players. Honestly, on the side of EKU, doing a great job of working together. The stat line shows it. Right now, the biggest issue is just, can you deal with Masked?
That is very true. And obviously, if we do get Mask early, it might be a rub right there. Now, we saw last round where, you know, Mask really didn't contribute that much. You know, but his teammates did win that round. You know, so we definitely have to be careful of Mask, but pretty much have the same level as everybody else.
Yeah, Tight and Chill, well, they have stepped it up a little bit. Going about even, definitely being
Bomb
good
located
assistant
by
actors
attackers.
here for them in a map number 2.
We do see K-Bomb beat Gridlock.
Definitely a reminiscent pick of how can we stop runouts, for sure.
Very true. Very true.
I guess,
5
and
seconds
Nomad alone was not doing it for him. We again will not see any dedicated hard breach, simply again due to the site that they're playing on. Now, if you're EKU, you've got to be careful. I feel like Serpent being on Blitz as well is a bit coordinated with that.
Oh, for sure. You know, Serpent's going to take that lead. You know, block Mask again, and spawn peaks again. You know, we're going to see Kiwi play this angle.
Once more. A fan favorite of his. There's always this moment before everything starts to hit the fan, and there it is, the reverse spawn peak eventually.
And Mask does go down. We are probably in a great position. You know, we got probably the best player here. I would say, you know, Mask is dominating.
Yep, just walks straight into his line of fire. K-Bomb takes down his second in the round. Now this is a 5v3. All you gotta do is just work it on the site, smooth it on out. You should be good to go.
And Kiwi is going to play this angle pretty
Attackers drop the
heavily. You know,
diffuser.
if
Attackers
you can
recover the
one
diffuser.
GU swings him, he's dead. You know, it just takes that like that one.
Yeah, he is pretty committed to this angle. Something I don't always like. I always prefer being a little bit more flexible in what you could do, being able to back up if you need to. But a lot of information coming through. That yellow thing is certainly going to do a lot of work.
Clear shield on the
Now it's a
ground.
matter of how can you transfer this on over. Animal is going to drop, and with Titan on 8 HP, feel pretty confident that we can call this as a round win.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
You spoke a little too soon, my friend. I believe, pick 2.
Well, gotta cover the diffuser, I fear.
Now, K-Bomb and Kiwi are needing to try to pull this out. You see K-Bomb pushing these stairs, the back stairs.
Yeah, that's good information gained, especially on Titan with 1 HP.
We might see a hard swing.
Info's good. Info's live. Good chip damage away. Kiwi as well on the help. This is a part where you gotta help each other out, man. Kiwi, you gotta get in the fight. K-Bomb is trying to take 2 gunfights at once. 20 seconds on the clock, you gotta find these kills. There's really no way for you to get the diffuser. And Arena is
15
gonna
seconds to
farm
go.
to 1 onto Kiwi. K-Bomb left
10
in the
seconds
1
left.
versus 2. And I mean,
5 seconds left.
you know, GU, they throw one away. They
Unfortunately.
throw one away with the 1v3, but they get it back there. That should have been an EKU round win all day, every day. I don't know how you lose that one.
Now we are going to defend here. I'm curious, are we going to keep the same operators as we defended? The
We'll
Mirror
see the Mira, yeah.
and Bandit and Frost.
It's looking like it. And yeah, EKU, they are gonna take a timeout.
We see Mask 17 and 9.
Yeah.
K-Bomb and Ugure both sitting 12 and 9. Pretty solid on EKU's side. But Mask is just overwhelming. You know, seeing that 17 kills, I'd probably break another controller. You know? I think we should have a controller counter of how many.
I think you should. Maybe we'll do that for the marathon stream on Friday. If you're EKU here, one, you gotta get over that last round. Sure, you should have won it. Sure, you know, maybe toss it away a little bit. Talk about what you did wrong for like half a second, move on. Figure out what you want to do for the next round. More of a regain timeout than anything. Second, how do you approach this round? And we will be seeing
Defenders, protect
EKU
your
going
bombs
to
from
the
being
top
defused by
4.
attackers.
How would you approach this advantage?
I would definitely, you know, try to hold down the windows as much as possible. Obviously, we've seen Mass pick up so many kills by just spawn peek. Now, if EKU thinks like my attacker, I typically think what my opponent's going to do. You know, try to counter my opponent. In most instances, they might counter your counter. You know, so it's kind of like a mind game in a way. Now, EKU's definitely probably going to play offsite here. You know, that's what they're comfortable with. Obviously, we see on the,
5 seconds
they're
to
going to
insertion.
reinforce probably the wall right there, as we see Kiwi do.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the
Now,
bomb.
we do see that bandit by A-bomb. And we're going to get a split. No, it's 4 split. You know.
Sort of a kind of an odd split as the diffuser goes the other way. And he regroups. He regroups.
I think he understands it.
He took us. And look at this. I mean, GU, they're already working inside, and this is a very different play style, we'll say, from the way EKU attacks. EKU likes to work from outside in, whereas we're seeing GU, they're kind of working from bottom up. And these frost mats, I mean, if anything's been good for EKU, it's been the frost mats.
And I think Ugrave does hear, you know, as we said
Is that yellow
before,
player?
the sound is the biggest thing to win an R6 match. Might have to ask Mask what type of headphones he has, you know.
True. Give him a chair, perhaps. Yeah, thermite sounding off in the distance. And Arania will pick up K-bomb.
I'll grab us some intel.
And that is not what you want to see if you're EKU going down with one man. 4v5 is still winnable, especially as the time ticks down, seconds go awry. Very winnable situation.
Now the good thing about K-bomb, you know, kind of balanced is K-bomb just sits on cannons and gets his team.
And a great play by Kole to stay alive. Starts feeling the pressure, manages to get out. But now he's pretty exposed here and feeling a lot of pressure. He'll be able to take a nice shot onto Arania. However, massive split on the even out for Ugrave. 4 versus 3 for the Panthers. EKU, they're gonna make something happen, and this could be what they need. Kiwi lights Animal up, 14 HP. The swing coming through. Kiwi will take down Animal. The shotgun fire goes live. Chill on the flank though. 3 versus 2. 30 seconds on the clock. The Facto Man does his job. Will get traded. Kiwi in the 1v2 is gonna fall. And a travesty breaks here on Skyscraper.
Very unfortunate. We tried as best we could. I feel like some of the areas should have been, you know, covered well. Overall, you know, it was a great match. We saw Mask with an outstanding 19 kills.
Wow.
He almost broke into the 20s. You know, that would be, you know, pretty insane to say.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if you're EKU White, couple of takeaways here. Obviously, you want to be looking at how can you improve going forward. To the big thing, you know, for both of us as we talked throughout the map, communication, talking to each other about what you're seeing, what you need covered, you know, if you need help especially, what you want to do in the round, how do you move as a team. Communication across all standards, and that'll help alleviate some of those issues where you feel like you have to force a play by yourself in those offensive moments. And then second thing, you talked about it a lot, information game. Checking cams, checking drones. using operators that will get you the information that you need.
And I'm so sad that we got teased
Oh,
demos.
I'm so sorry, my friend.
And only one or two rounds of Finner, but
Oh,
overall, EKU did play that as best they can. Obviously they do need to improve, but this is, a loss is not a loss. It's a takeaway.
you never lose if you learn something.
Exactly. Now, obviously, don't lose to break a controller, because that has happened to me too many times.
All right. Well, that has been us for tonight. Join us tomorrow, I believe, for some Valorant action. Same time, same channel. This has been Alan.
This has been Kole.
And we will see you all next time.